The GK class. Student, today we are going to learn two topics. First, world records, and second, soft skills. Student, you know that these world records, which we can say that Guinness World Records, what is this actually? Guinness World Records, known from its inception in 1955 until 1999 as the Guinness Book of Records, and in previous United States edition as the Guinness Book of World Records, is a reference book published annually listing world records both of human achievements and the extreme of the natural world. So, we have to understand some world records. The first world record that we have to see and understand, and that is nothing but about the world's oldest club DJ. Student, you know that an 83-year-old Japanese woman has been announced by Guinness World Records as the world's oldest professional club DJ, and the name of her is Sumiko Iwamura, 83, and it is also called as Eka DJ Sumirok. Said she decided to attend a DJ school at the age of 77 and soon discovered she had a talent for it. Really, it is untenable to one's mind that really she is doing a wonderful job for her life and for the people also. Second one, the largest school. Student, you know that Lucknow, world's largest school, has only very important giving 15 students under right to education. Actually, on October 26, a Lucknow-based school bagged the Guinness World Record by becoming the world's largest school in terms of the strength of the student. The Elite City Montessori Schools has over 55,547 students. According to the school's founder Jagdish Gandhi, the school started with just 5 students and he never thought the school would one day become the largest school in the world. Currently, the school has over 18 campuses all over the city, and this is the second time the school scooped the world record title. Back in 1990, the school won Guinness Book of World Record as it has 22,612 students on roll. But on the one hand, Gandhi boasts the school's balanced curriculum for students wanting to join the institution, while on the other hand, the school has only the 15 students under the right to education. Student, this is very fascinating, the world records to one's mind. And really, we think about it. Next, we have to understand largest collection of model cars. Student, actually, the largest collection of model cars, this is also one of the fascinating thing to the minds. Actually, at the same time, so many collections of cars, really it is very untenable to one's mind. Actually, the largest collection of model cars is 37,717 unique items, and this is achieved by the name Nabil Karam, Lebanon, and verified in Zok, Lebanon on 9th June 2020. He also set a record on 8th November 2018 for the largest collection of stamps featuring automobiles. Student, this is also very interesting and very talented persons that's making the world record. Next, we have to understand about oldest desert. Student, do you know about the oldest desert? Have you seen the oldest desert? So, here I am going to tell you. The Namib Desert, this extremely arid ecoregion comprises shifting sand dunes, gravel plains, and rugged mountains. The world's oldest desert, The Namib Desert has existed for at least 55 million years, completely devoid of surface water but bisected by several dry river beds. Student, this is very, very interesting and very, we can say that really it's untenable to one's mind. The Namib Desert spans is 2000 kilometers and it is the oldest desert, that's why it is called, which has been arid and semi-arid for at least 80 million years. Next, we have to understand about longest bridge tunnel. Student, where is the longest bridge tunnel? Actually, we have to understand about it. Where it is actually, where it is situated, that is also the point that we have to understand. Student, actually, Chinese President Xi Jinping has officially opened the world's longest sea crossing bridge 9 years after construction first began. Including its access roads, the bridge spans 55 km 34 miles and connect Hong Kong to Macau and the mainland Chinese city of Zhuhai. The bridge cost about 20 billions and should have opened in 2016. The construction has been dogged by safety issues. At least 18 workers have died on this project. Officially, it is the data. World's longest hanging foot bridge opens in Switzerland and Russia opens controversial bridge to the Crimea. So this is a very big achievement. World's longest sea crossing from Hong Kong Zhuhai Bridge opens. Actually, the main speciality of this one is that this bridge is about 35 km and road sections and 6.7 km tunnel has been dubbed the longest bridge cum tunnel sea crossing in the world. Next, largest collection of Dragon Ball memorabilia. Student, in this largest collection of memorabilia, you have to understand about that myth Hitoshi Uchida, arguably the biggest Dragon Ball fan ever. Hitoshi holds the Guinness World Records title for the largest collection of Dragon Ball memorabilia, with his colossal collection of 10,098 pieces. He even has an entire room dedicated to 4,000 Son Goku items. And actually, Hitoshi Uchida, he was living in Kita, Tokyo, Japan on 18 June 2019. Hitoshi Uchida has been collecting Dragon Ball memorabilia goods and has 2 dedicated collection rooms also. Next, we have to understand about largest comic book published. You might be thinking that the largest book collection and the name of that one. Student, this largest book collection in that this largest comic book published measures 6,976 and it is called Turma da Monica, created by Mauricia de Sousa Produces and published by Panini Brazil. Student, the full color of 18-page work was printed in a run of 120 copies and it was 69.9 centimeter wide in 99.8 centimeter and has a weight of 1.92 kg. It's really very fascinating. Student, actually this Turma de Monica created by Mauricia de Sousa Produces. Next one, we have to understand about longest glass bottom bridge. Student, the longest glass bottom bridge. Student, this is the spanning Liajiang River in Guangdong province. The structure has been officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the longest glass bottomed bridge in the world. Built as a tourist attraction and actually this is 14-meter long suspension bridge connects 2 sides of the gorge 201 meters above the river below. And we have very interesting this longest glass bottom bridge. You can see the image in your textbook. Now student, as I previously told you, the next segment of our topic, that is soft skill. Student, building rapport. Student, what is this building rapport that we have to understand actually? You build rapport when you develop mutual trust, friendship, and affinity with someone. Building rapport can be incredibly beneficial to your career. It helps you to establish good interpersonal relationships, and this can open many doors for you. So, student, for instance learning, we have to understand that this rapport building is the process of creating rapport and building trusting relationship between two or more peoples. But the question is, how can building a rapport with your classmates, your teachers, and how it is benefited to you? That is also the question. How we have to just do that one. So, student, first of all, we have to understand about that it will help you to interact with each other. Whenever you make rapport with your classmate or with your teacher, it's help you to interact with each other. You asking question, they'll also return the answer. They'll ask the question, you'll answer them. In this way, exchange of knowledge will be there. We have to come to the school for gaining knowledge, and after getting the knowledge, we have to spread it, we have to give it to others. Second, it will open you up to learn about each other. So everyone's information we will get. I'm talking about subjective. Some experience of your friend, some experience of your teachers about this subject. It will also help you to ask questions without fear. Whenever you're talking, when you make a perfect rapport with your teachers, then automatically the fear factor will be gone away and you will express yourself very nicely. This is very, very interesting and understandable to all. It will also help you express your opinions easily without hesitation. When you make a good rapport, then actually you express perfectly with full of your knowledge and without any hesitation. It will also help you to interact and learn more from the teachers also when you make a perfect building a rapport. What qualities that will help you in making this rapport building? First of all, you get a good behavior, positive attitude, shared common interests, sense of humor, that is very interesting, sharing belongings, trusting each other. Actually, we are living in the 21st century where people are not talking with each other. In the room also, in the house also, we are not talking with our father, mother, sister because of this mobile. Instead of that, we are busy in our chatting. But actually, student, we have to develop this soft skill, which is very important whenever you are going outside with your relations of your fathers, mothers, wherever you are there outside. That time some relatives are coming at your home, then you have to make this building rapport, which is very helpful for making the relationship. So, after making this rapport building, fun activities are also there, student. Friendship, familiarity, trust, and respect. These are some of the things needed for two people to bond with one another and strike a rapport. So we have to make some of the activities which are very important. What are those activities? First of all, common interests. First, in that we have to take a large group. You can break it up into the teams of 5 each, and then small groups. You can plan the same exercise in pairs. Give the team members around 15 minutes to talk to one another, and then we have to just come up with the presentation how the individuals in the group are similar. Similarities can be anything, right from their favorite color, flavor of ice cream, and their ideal movies, favorite subject, and whatever it may be. Second activity is making the help buddies. Actually, you can pair up into the two ones helping buddies. Ask your teachers to make a list, and the teacher can write the name of the children in paper sheets and so on. So you can understand this one by reading this chapter very well. Then we have to understand about important segment of soft skill, that is I am a good listener. Student, really what is a good listener actually? Actually, we are listening to the teacher's instruction. Listen to your parents. Listen to the information of your friends when he is sharing to you. But listening is so much more than hearing. So, what are the differentiation in between the listening and hearing? Listening is different than hearing because it involves much more than the reception of sound by the ear. Instead, listening is an active process where the ear receives information and the brain processes it in ways that make it understandable and utilized by the listener and ultimately the sender of the information. So this is very important for about the listening. Actually, in this listening, look at to the persons who is talking. Listen and don't interrupt to that person. Ask question to find out more information. Nod by the head and say something to show you understood all the facts. Repeat what you heard in your own words. So, student, these are the things that you have to understand. Okay. So, what are the tips for listening and speaking? Here are some tips for the good listener and a better speaker, because good listener is the better speaker. Use hand gesture to convey what you are saying. Use correct words. Use the right tone of voice. Use your face to convey your feelings. Be clear about what you mean. Listen if the person question you and respond to the speakers. Speak in a clear and slow voice and take turns to speak. Student, apart from that, we have some of the 10 tips to help you to develop effective listening skill. Actually, this effective listening skill, which is very helpful, and these tips are also very helpful. Make a consistent eye contact while talking. Body language has a significant role in communication. Maintaining eye contact communicates interest, focus, and understanding with the other person. Make sure a tailor you or your eye contact as per the need of others. Avoid distractions. Always focus on the conversation and do not let your mind wander. Do not let random thoughts disturb your flow and break your concentration. Third, understand the context of the speech. While communicating with your friends, with your relatives, focus on the specific word and phrases and try to understand the content and context of conversation before replying. Fourth, show you are an effective listener by nodding. So, other than eye contact, you should nod and smile while talking, as it is the best way to show your agreement and interest in what the speaker is saying. Do not interrupt while someone is talking. Wait for them to finish and then raise open question in a polite manner. Fifth, avoid conversation when stressed or overworked. Try to avoid or postpone important meetings or discussions if you are overstressed. And if it gets difficult to concentrate when you are exhausted and you end up wasting time, a bit of yoga or meditation help you de-stress in such situations. Sixth, pick up important points and let the speaker know. Sometimes our attention gets drifted and we face trouble focusing on the conversation. For such instances, try to pick up a few significant points and discuss them when the speaker finishes talking. Make an honest effort and clarify your doubts. Seventh, ask open-ended questions. If you did not understand some parts of the conversation, encourage them to elaborate and ask open-ended questions to get lengthy responses from the speaker. This helps understanding the big picture. Eighth, stay equipped with knowledge. Gather the relevant information on the topic so that you can not only contribute effectively to the conversation but also listen patiently when the speaker discusses the same or the related topic. And ninth, provide small encouragement. This is very important, student. You can fight silence and build rapport with the speaker, as we have understood now, by using small verbal encouraging words such as right, sure, yes, that makes sense, I understand, and others. And last but not the least, 10th, practice listening at home. Listen to the podcasts on developing listening skills and learn from them. You can also play an audio and try to gauge your listening ability. Recollect from what was played and make pointers. Seek assistance from friend to help you evaluate your listening skills. So student, in this way we have understood the very fantastic and popular tips for listening, and then also some of the listening and some of the speaking. Students, some of other activities also given in your book that you have to see and understand. So today what we have learned about the two important topics, and that one, world records and soft skills, and some subtopics in that. Have a nice day, stay home, stay safe.